Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cakeman Entertainment. Today I'm going to be reacting to Game of Thrones Season 3, Episode 6. I have reacted to the first 2 seasons and the first 5 episodes of this season. You can check that link out above. I've really enjoyed this season. The last, I think it was 2 episodes ago, 3 episodes ago, that was one of my favorite episodes of the show so far. Last episode was again very good quality. I feel like the quality is just going up in this show as I've watched it. Yeah, and I am keen to see where it goes from here. Maybe there'll be more focus on the other stories that we sort of laid back on in the last episode. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Before I get into my reaction, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and support me through this journey as I go through the whole Game of Thrones. The Game of Thrones journey.
The more wood, the bigger the fire.
It needs to breathe. Take off that big lock.
You need oxygen for a fire, Sam. Come on.
I knew you were highborn.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Looking at the fist of the first man.
Who actually built this wall, by the way? Or was it just like it was just there when they arrived?
Sing me a song.
Oh god.
All right. The gift of life.
Why does that baby look dead? Is that a real baby? Why is its face like... Okay. Wow. Perfect skinning job there.
Punch the rabbits to death.
I had someone else in mind.
Right here.
We're both very good at skinning rabbits.
Yeah.
Some of us, idea's got a stick so far up her ass to wonder her feet touch the ground.
Be nasty to her every day.
Of course she's nasty.
It's interesting, we've got like a lot of stories happening. It seems like they're all sort of converging on the wall. They might all get, well, actually no, they probably won't get at the same time, but maybe some of them will.
The visions take their toll. She's having one now.
Brand's like, holy shit, that's gonna be me in the future. Does that mean these guys, they don't really live full lives? Taking a toll probably means they'll die early, I'm assuming. Or die earlier than a normal person.
I saw Jon Snow.
Wait, what?
You saw him.
Well, he didn't do that thing you do with your tongue.
Oh my god. She's still going on about that.
We don't talk about that here.
So I'm Jon Snow.
I love how she mocks him perfectly.
But I'm scared of Nick. Max Raider don't care.
So they'll just stick together as their own clan, sort of, yeah.
Their armies, and there's plenty more to carry on if we go down.
Yeah.
I won't.
Because I'll cut your pretty cock right off and wear it around your neck.
Don't scream. You don't want that to be the last thing she remembers.
In that way, she's a bit like Cersei. Like, she thinks she's a lot better than she is. Like, but Arya's still very young. She has time to develop and grow. I'm sure she'll get really good with like proper training. Oh, is that the Red Priestess? Yes, it
Become as
is.
friends.
My friends here don't speak High Valyrian.
Ah. Oh, that's also Valyrian. So all these like high up sorcerers and rich people all speak High Valyrian. Is that like their way of like differing from the poorer people? Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cakeman Entertainment, and as you can see, it's a different time of day. I'm wearing a different singlet right now. My last recording actually got interrupted because I had to help my parents out with something, and I had to cut it short, but I am back now to finish episode 6 of Game of Thrones. Yeah, I'll just go straight into it now.
Our God is the one true God.
Well, I would believe in that too if I kept bringing someone back from the dead.
I didn't like that woman.
That's because you're a girl.
What does that have to do with anything?
Who is the Lord of Light supposed to be like? Is the Lord of Light supposed to be Stannis Baratheon? Like it flows through him? Is that what she's meaning this whole time? Is that why she's serving him? Or is the Lord of Light just a separate deity altogether? Must have more importance to his character. Oh, here we go. Arya's gonna do something
You're
bad.
going to hurt him.
Eyes you will shut forever. Is that hinting that she's gonna kill a lot of people? God, they're not going to be able to get up there without casualties. Surely, like, actually, surely quite a few of them are going to fall. This looks horrendously high, especially for a group of people who, oh, I guess actually no jokes. They are pretty experienced climbers, I think. But still, this is a much harder stretch. Don't look down. Do not look down, Jon Snow. Oh no! Holy shit! That was nearly the end of Jon Snow.
Were you sleeping?
So it was all a trap. Yeah, last time we saw. Is it? It must be a trap set by his father, just to punish him, I guess, for not following his orders. I'm just going to predict something here. With extreme torture, characters usually go one or two ways. They're either going to become really bad or really good. I feel like since Theon was already realizing his mistake last episode, he'll turn good. I hope. But this sort of thing can break a man for sure.
You've already. You start to appreciate you?
Oh no, he's mocking him as well. Oh no. I mean, yes, Theon was bad, but there's been worse people in this show so far.
Terrible guess.
Oh no, no. Oh, yuck. Oh, that's gotta be so painful. Is that right?
Here's your brother.
Oh, this is a cast arc.
Forgot to ask if I'm a liar.
This guy is sadistic as fuck. Oh.
This isn't happening to you for a reason. But well,
It's not the cast here.
enjoy.
Because that wouldn't make sense. Oh my god.
No.
Our father requires Lord Edmure to wed one of his daughters.
Oh, oh shit.
How old is she?
19.
Other man to marry.
The laws of my fist are about to compel your teeth.
It's all right.
Oh shit. That escalated
If
quickly.
you refuse, I run.
You're willing to risk our freedom and our lives for a chance at a prettier wife.
I have a war to fight.
I mean, it is his
Can't
life
live
though.
without them.
Yeah, prettier
And
wife,
the
that's
title.
freaking.
You said you wanted to
That's
make
literally what Rob did, right? Yeah, how's he gonna. He can't even cut his meat anymore because he only got one hand.
I had nothing to do with your maiming.
I thought this guy was like pretty loyal to Rob, but it looks like no one is loyal.
I would have hoped you'd learned your lesson about overplaying your position.
Oh, that's gonna hit some strings.
Impossible.
I'm something of an expert on the subject.
Change will be a
She's
comfort
funny.
for
I
you.
like her
I'll
character.
spare you the detail.
No. No, I'm not. I am not gay. No.
Never.
Yeah,
I
Tyron is
congratulate
not
you
that
upon your
type.
restraint.
100%.
But it's a natural thing. Convincing enough to put swords
We
in
don't
their
actually know
hands
what
and send them
Tyron
off to
thinks of
kill
that. Like, what does he think
and
of his
Tyrells.
children
That's
being
our new
together?
affiliation. Too old to give Laura's children. We're throwing another prize flower into the dirt.
She's not giving in easily to him. She's standing up to him like no one else really has.
So, shall I draw up the order? Or do you consent to this match?
He's left her in a very slippery situation. What's she gonna choose? She's impressed. She tried to break him, but she couldn't. Tyron is too good. He thought of all the scenarios already. Oh no. No, 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 that's not good. How did that break, like, the whole wall? Oh, shit. shit! That is a huge chunk of the wall. Oh no! Oh shit. My god, how is he holding them? Oh no, don't you dare. Don't you no, you wouldn't. Come on. Come on, don't snap. Don't snap. Okay, good. Gonna have another bloody Gwen Stacy situation happening. Oh, he's gonna forever hold hatred against that guy. He's gonna enjoy it when he kills that guy.
We'd have them both killed.
Yes, these two are stuck in another freaking sticky situation.
Probably Sansa, though Loras will certainly come to know deep and singular misery.
I like that it wasn't Cersei going to kill him. Like, Cersei still does like him. At the end of the day, they are still siblings. But who's he going to be killed by? Who's trying to kill him still?
Do you think people will like it?
Oh my god, yeah, he's going to tell Sansa.
You're right.
It's going to be so awkward. And she doesn't know either.
Anyway,
He looks so awkward. How's he going to break the news?
Lady Sansa, this is awkward.
Yep, it is awkward to say the least.
Chaos isn't a pit. Chaos is a ladder.
Holy shit, that was a nice line.
Many who try to climb it fail, but never get to try again.
Oh, did he give it to Joffrey?
Breaks them.
Oh my god.
The climb is all there is.
Oh my god, what a transition. Beautiful. That's a beautiful sight to see. Alrighty, so that was season 3, episode 6 of Game of Thrones. Initial thoughts? Another freaking brilliant episode. Yeah, the pacing was perfect. We got updates in each story again. Another brilliant piece of dialogue there from Littlefinger towards the end, but I'll go through that. Yeah, overall, I love this episode again. Probably my second favorite episode of this season, following, I think it was episode 4 of this season. Yeah, this is another very good episode. A lot of big things happened, so let me go through the episode. So we started off and we saw some developments with Sam, and I think her name is Ygritte. Ygritte, the girl that he's oh sorry, Ygritte is Jon Snow's woman. No, I forgot the name of Sam. Yeah, he's with that girl who's protecting her. He's sort of being like a father in a way, and she's sort of being sweet to him. I'm sure they'll get together at some point, or I hope they do. Hopefully Sam's story doesn't have a sad ending. I'd be pretty heartbroken if he dies before, I don't know, being with her. We'll have to wait and see. The next thing we saw was a bit of Bran, yep. So we saw a bit more of Bran and that seer friend that he has. And yeah, one big thing we noticed was that seer friend was having some sort of seizure. And apparently that's something that seers have across time. As they have more visions, they get worse and worse. And yeah, I was asking does that mean they'll die earlier? Does that mean, because obviously seizures aren't good for you, and if they keep having seizures, I'm assuming they're going to be closer to death. So maybe being a seer might be a good thing in the short term, but in the long term, maybe you won't live as long. Plus, might be an issue for Bran later down the line. Okay, so after that, we had the Jon Snow, and her name is Ygritte. I might be getting this confused, but I'm pretty sure she's Ygritte. They and their people decide to climb the wall. It's a big deal for her, and she also mentioned to Jon Snow that like she's not part of the clan anymore. She's like she's basically implicating that they're husband and wife, even though they're not yet. They haven't been married, but in her mind they are like partner and together, and they're like on their own journey. And that was shown as they were climbing the wall. She hit the ice pick into the ice, and it cracked. I don't know, a huge section of the wall like went down, and basically all of their people with it, all the climbers. Only them two and the other two are left, and then, well, we had freaking a bad situation where that dickhead was cutting the rope and trying to get them killed. Luckily they survived, and they saved Jon Snow saved her, and then they went up and had a nice moment, intimate moment on the wall. She finally got to see like both sides and a view from all the way up there, and it was a pretty nice view, obviously, and they had a kiss. Yeah, their relationship is developing very nicely at a good pace, and you can see they're really connected now. Whether I don't know how pissed Jon Snow is at that guy cutting his rope. Is he gonna do something bad about that? Is he gonna kill that guy later? He might. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, so next we had the Red Sorceress, and she went to the camp and she collected the what's his name? The blacksmith boy. I forgot his name as well, but the blacksmith boy who is Arya's, like, basically Arya's surrogate brother in a way. I don't know why she took him. She said he'll help a lot of kings onto thrones and also dethrone a lot of kings. He's just a blacksmith, so maybe he'll create maybe he'll create some sort of revolutionary weapon. Because, as we know, he is a very good blacksmith, so maybe he'll create some sort of, I don't know, mystery weapon for kings, or to use against kings possibly. And Stannis might use that sort of material, not just for him but for his armies. That'll definitely be quite useful. Arya was against it, and then Arya had a moment with the Red Sorceress where she sort of foreshadowed her future. She sort of read into Arya's mind a bit. She sees a very dark future for Arya, and she said something about eyes being closed. Like, she sees a lot of closed eyes, and that can only really leads to people being dead, right? Your eyes are closed when you're dead, or when you're asleep. Sleep is pretty much implicating death, so maybe Arya will get revenge on all those people that she keeps talking about, like Ilyn Payne, the king, whatever, the queen, and stuff like that. Cersei, the Hound as well. She might get revenge on those guys. Okay, yeah. Then we had Theon Greyjoy, and he's trapped. He is getting tortured like crazy, man. I don't know what's going to happen to Theon. Is he going to turn good? Is he going to turn bad? Because this is extreme bits of torture. He's having, like, well, I'm pretty sure his finger's going to be cut off now. He's had his toenails, like, bled into. He's had, like, pins in his hand. He's been tortured a lot. He has been starved. He hasn't been given water. And we thought we were finding out a bit about who he was, who the guy who had him were, who he was, where he was. It seemed like we were, but no, this guy's just a real sadistic psychopath. He was like, yeah, I'm Karstark something or whatever, but no, he's not. We still don't know who he is. It could be anyone. And I still don't know. Now I'm sort of questioning whether this is his father and sister doing this, because it just seems like he's been caught by someone else, like a third party entirely. Yeah, I don't know how he's going to get out of that. Then next up we had Robb and his uncle. They had to make another deal with Walder Frey. Robb obviously, well, he screwed up the wedding because he married Talisa, and now he's he needs that guy's army to help him, and that guy suggested that the uncle marry one of the daughters, and the uncle eventually, after some persuasion, agreed, so they can go on. I did find that a bit ironic from Catelyn when she's like, oh yeah, you would stop this war just for a prettier woman or whatever, but that's literally what Robb Stark did, right? He fell in love with a prettier woman, and that could have cost them the war. Well, it nearly did if he hadn't offered this. Like, Walder Frey could have easily been like, nah. But yeah, that was a bit, I don't know. Catelyn Stark's character she's okay. Like, I don't really want to see too much of her. I don't really enjoy a character that much. Next we had a bit of Jaime struggling to eat. Again, Brienne helping him, and they have a real good relationship going on now. But it looks like Brienne's going to be executed or kept in prison. And they're letting Jaime go back to King's Landing. I'm very surprised about that. That guy was like Robb Stark's right-hand man, and looks like he's not betraying Robb Stark, but he's... I mean, yeah, I technically know he is betraying Robb Stark, right? He's trying to get him good with the Lannisters, because looks like he probably sees that Robb Stark's going to lose this war. Following that, we had... This was quite interesting bit of dialogue between grandmother Tyrell and Tywin Lannister. You can see they are both at the top of the food chain for both their respective houses, probably the two most powerful houses in the realm. But again, we see Tywin Lannister is not only the most powerful man in the realm, the smartest man in the realm, the richest man in the realm. He's got all of that. Like he's moving 10 steps ahead. Like I said before in my last episode, that like Tyrion is maybe 3 steps ahead of people, but Tywin is 10 steps ahead of people. He has figured out each and every single situation, each and every single scenario. He has set up his kids here, so he gets power for everything. And yeah, he trapped her in a box, and she's like, well played. I can't do anything. I tried to beat you. She actually stood up to him. Like, she rejected his proposal initially, but at the end, yeah, he cornered her. Not physically, he cornered her, like, just with knowledge, really. That's what makes him so good. Like, he doesn't have to physically, like, cut your hand off to own you, if that makes sense. He literally beats you with words. Yeah, he's a brilliant character. The Lannisters, like, him and Tyrion, 2 of my favorite characters of this whole show. Yeah, then we had some dialogue between Cersei and Tyrion. Cersei and Tyrion sort of... Well, they're both in a predicament now. They're both marrying people they don't want to marry. I don't even know who's in a worse situation. She's marrying a gay guy. He's marrying a girl who he probably thought is like his sort of daughter in a way. Like, yeah, he never ever looked at her like, never ever looked at Sansa like that. Both of the situations are extremely awkward, as Tyrion was saying. And it looks like they've sort of, I don't know if it's bonded is the right word. Maybe bonded a bit more. And I like the fact that Cersei was not the one to order Sir Mandon to kill Tyrion during that battle. It was the idiot Joffrey, as I think a lot of people suspected. Cersei still does. I think she still does love Tyrion, like as a brother. Not in that. I have to be careful with what language I use because there is incest in here. Jaime and Cersei being the example, but yeah, they've sort of, they're both in sticky situations, and they can see that there's no point of them hating each other anymore because they're both sort of screwed right now. Yeah, so after that, we probably had, I'd say one of my favorite scenes in the show so far. Like, it'd be in the top 5, maybe top 5-ish, maybe 5th. Between Littlefinger and the Spider. Obviously, we've seen them tussle throughout this show. We've seen, they're not really friends, right? They're like adversaries, but friendly adversaries, if that makes sense. They're always trying to one-up each other. They're both very, very knowledgeable. They have spies everywhere. The Spider has more, I'd say, but Littlefinger is more cunning, and he has more ambitions. Like, the Spider's trying to keep the realm intact, while Littlefinger is trying to be the head of the realm. He doesn't care what happens. Like, yeah, he doesn't care what happens to the realm. He just wants to be at the top. You can see the way he just stares at like the throne room, the throne chair. He wants to be in that chair. He can already dream of what it's like to be on that chair. And the Spider knows it. But yeah, that speech of him talking about chaos and lies and all this about Aegon's enemies, 1,000 enemies, whatever. Well, apparently that's a lie. So I'm interested. I mean, I don't know if we'll see that, but maybe I'll watch videos on it after I finish the whole show about Aegon and like the original Aegon and what he did. Was he a good guy? Did he beat a lot of enemies? Like, well, what's the whole story with Aegon? I'm sure it's in the books or something. But yeah, Littlefinger talks about chaos is not a pit, it's a ladder. And that is exactly what the Game of Thrones is. Game of Thrones is a ladder. People are getting kicked off the ladder. People are climbing the ladder. People are in a spot to go up the ladder, but they don't know it yet. I love how he went through those transitions and we saw the different sets of people. Yeah, it was very, very good bit of dialogue again. Yeah, last couple of episodes have had some real standout scenes, and they seem to keep ending on these like really high notes. Again, keeping me wanting more. I can't wait to see next episode. Yeah, final thoughts again. I love this episode. I can't wait to see next episode. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. To follow me on this epic journey of Game of Thrones. probably will end up being one of my favorite shows. It already is like getting up there, and I can't wait to go through this whole show. And at the end, I'll probably be crying because I'm sort of sad that I'm going through it already. Like I'm already nearly, not halfway yet, but I'm about what, 1/3 through roughly. Yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time.